I was waiting for it to pop up and say we're live.
Testing.
The first piece. The first piece.
Testing.
Yeah, we on.
The first piece.
Testing.
Yeah, we on.
The first piece.
First beat.
All
All right.
Old video though. Nothing.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're on. All right, so we're gonna Salakia. First and foremost, we're gonna face the east. We're gonna give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Ba'ish and Debadat, the house of David. All right, this is Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you are the true children of Israel. All right, salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. All right, first and foremost, the elect of the nation of Israel. Salvation is for no other than the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds, on the shores of Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, aka Rome 2.0, here on the shores of America, will perish. All right, will be deleted, will be canceled for your disbelief, for your blasphemy against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, his testimony, and following after the way of the devil. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is coming back to deliver his elect of his nation. All right, once again, consistent of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the scriptures. Lord willing, be edifying, uplifting unto the body.
All right, this is Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13. It says, "Now therefore set thou house in order, and reprove thou people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption."
Right, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, hey, it's time to set your house in order. Here it is that you are seeing more and more chaos, all right, more and more dysfunction, all right, amongst these nations, amongst these world powers, all right. They're no longer on one accord, all right. The separation, the line in the sand is being drawn, all right. You have the breaking up of unions, okay. You have everything that is going against each other that was so-called organic and natural at one time.
We were friends at one time.
All right? Yeah, we're friends. All right? The treaties were there. Now they're letting all the treaties lapse, okay? In comparison, when they used to have a big inauguration sign date and make a parade out of it and shit and so on and so forth. All right? But here it is. Nobody wants to re-sign the treaties. Nobody wants, nobody wants to be held accountable anymore for that documentation. All right, that limited power is the best way to say it. All right, that limited power and sanctioned certain things you could and you couldn't do. All right, but now that most of those treaties, have come up and are not being signed, well, it's a free game. All right. Now the ability for war is only intensifying. Now the capability of weapons are only getting more solidified because guess what? There's no more stipulations. All right. There's no more nuclear deal with Iran. All right. So they don't have to hold up to it if they don't want to. They call their own shots. All right.
Verse 14 says, "Let go from thy mortal thoughts, cast away the burnings of men, Salaki, but put off now the weak nature."
Right, cast off the mortal thoughts. All right, don't let this time be so hard unto you that you forget what you're here for. All right, you're here to receive salvation if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. You have to pick yourself up through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and study to show yourself approved. Do a diligent search to understand that, hey, this thing is coming to an end. The world is not like it used to be 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. All right? You have seen this thing amp up. You have seen more pestilence. You have seen more chaos. You have seen more disorder. All right? And what they're trying to do is trying to heighten that even more. All right? So you have to, hey, put the cares of this life off. All right? And still seek after your spiritual life first and foremost. All right? In the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because this is the only thing that is for you. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds. All right? Yasharallah. It is only you that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua cares about. So it is high time for you to wake and get on your business. All right? Get on the business of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They're destroying your EBTs. They're destroying your work platforms. All right? They're changing the money system right in front of you. They're taking away the trinkets. All right? To revamp it and said, now you need this and you have to abide by this stipulation. Now this system is what's set in play. And you will bend to this system or you won't be in the system.
Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Haste. And haste thee to flee from these times.
Right. Don't worry about these times. Time to go from these times. All right? From the time that is at hand. All right? Because the devil, hey, is coming down with great wrath. We're moments away. Here it is. You see every sign pointing towards World War III. You see it. You see every signs pointing towards a takeover. All right? Of the people. Certain laws being crossed, T's being dotted, or I's being dotted, T's being crossed. All right? Making sure that it's ironclad. Why? Because you're subject unto this power. You're in subjection unto this man's system. Especially because you thrive and you care about it so much. All right? You hand your power over, hey, to this Caesar. All right? You've done it legislatively, but now you're doing it even more so now spiritually.
Yeah. And then, you know, with the height of the NWO, you know, being the implementation of the MOTB, you're gonna do it, you know, biologically.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
They're gonna have you physically sign, you know, rights to your own body away.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. You're making a covenant with them. You know. We can't hear you.
No, I was just...
I'm just saying, you got something to say,
Oh,
speak up and say it.
No, it was just like...
Yeah, we coming in, you were saying the final hour,
yeah,
right?
That final hour, that last temptation, you know what I mean? It was just something that...
Which that's going to go into saving your life,
Mm-hmm.
all right? And those that aren't rooted in this thing, they're going to, you know, try to save their life by a carnal way, all right? By something the flesh would tell them to do. And not have faith that the Most High is going to deliver us. And I got a pre real quick.
Yep.
This is Matthew 24 and verse shit, it was right here. And 22. It says, I'll start at 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You know, this is really speaking of, you know, 70 AD, but we're applying it to the times now, all right? Because we're coming into that time of Jacob's trouble. We're coming into a time like never seen before, all right? And it says, and once this devil, you know, goes for the gusto, you know, which he is going to do, and he's doing, all right? This is going to happen. This is verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, But for the elect's sake, those days be shortened. So the Most High is going to cut, you know, the rulership off, you know, before you know, this devil gets, you know, his full strength, before he can truly, you know, cut off the nation of Israel from being no longer.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord's gonna, you know, stop him short. All right. So the Lord's gonna, you know, prevent his, you know, total takeover, his total control, which that's what he's aiming for. Okay. So like, how much more in these days that you set thine house in order? All right. The house starting with yourself, preparing yourself for, you know, the coming of Yahushua. All right. Preparing yourself for, you know, to be clean in His sight, to be, you know, worthy, ready.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Put something that just sparked something. This second Ezra 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 46. It says, "Be of good comfort, O Israel, and be not heavy, thou household Jacob, for the highest hath you in remembrance, and the mighty have not forgotten you in temptation." You know, so in that hour, you know, those that ones He hasn't forgotten about is the elect. He didn't forget about you. And what the brother is saying is time like never before. We're coming into those times. Jacob's trouble's about to be. We ain't never encountered this before. So to be safe in that remembrance is that part of the elect, man. All right, to keep us out of that temptation, even though some of us be martyrs.
Yeah.
All right, but.
Yeah.
Hey, it's that faith and believing that Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to take care of you, man.
Yeah, the comfort, you know, through the Word, because we're preparing for these things to happen. Yeah, yeah, we're preparing, you know, to endure the affliction that is set. Right. The hell that's coming. You know, and you know these people ain't ready for it. That's why, you know, the Lord say knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. The delusion of Babylon is already, you know, taking full effect.
I mean, you heard it walk past. You know?
Right. That perverse spirit, you know, is already controlling, you know, people. People that in a low place they bugged out, but people in high places is bugged out too. They just think that since they in a better off place, they know, you know, they have wisdom.
Right, because they got a little bit more substance.
But it's really just a delusion.
Yeah.
All right, they're fully enchanted with the system.
Yep. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 27, and verse 9, and it reads, "Therefore hearken not ye to your prophets, nor to your diviners, nor to your dreamers, nor to your dreamers, nor to your enchanters, nor to your sorcerers, which speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon. For they prophesy a lie unto you, to remove you far from your land, and that I should drive you out, and ye shall perish. But the nation that bring your neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him, those will I let remain still in your own land, saith Yahweh, and they shall till it and dwell therein." All right. And the reason why I had brought this out, that I was looking at through the Spirit, because this man has the ability, as we are yet this day in our captivity, this man has the ability to still put you in subjection and have you here. And he has you here to what? To give praises to these false idols. All right, to worship this a particular system that is at hand. All right, he's telling you, in retrospect, he's telling you to serve him, to serve this system, continue in this way of Babylon, and it'll do you right. All right, It'll do you right, and this is what he's crying out unto you. This devil wants you to continue in his way. That's why he's going to offer certain things with this biotechnology. All right?
We gotta answer that for work.
Go ahead. Slide. Can you take that?
Yeah.
Just take this real quick.
Yeah. So, forgot what it was on. Jeremiah 45. But yeah, you know, as the brother was saying, somebody put that in, said in Isaiah, lean upon the staff of Egypt. You know, another captivity, you know, that the staff of Pharaoh is like a broken reed. Forgot exactly what, but just to show the similitude that those that trust upon, you know, these strongholds are really their oppressor, you know, that they ultimately gonna get got. All right. So he was saying, you know, pretty much we're in heavy idol worship, you know, where this captivity, you know, they push, you know, forth heavy idol worship, you know, and have you believing them. Now, Esau got you to thinking that they your God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, hey, it says it in the scripture that he exalts himself as the Most High.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe it might be like 2021. You can't look it up on your phone.
Oh.
You ain't used to having it. Nah, he got his phone. That's why I was like, oh. Might be 20. Actually, it might be 30 if I find it right now before y'all. Lean upon the staff of Pharaoh. Might be 36.
Huh?
Just put the staff of Pharaoh, and it's like a broken reed.
Yeah, it's Isaiah 36 and 6.
The water. Bring it up.
I'm gonna pick it up. It's like either. So Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken rod."
Start up.
Start up.
No, you good.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
back on Isaiah 36 and 6 says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him."
Right. That broken reed symbolizing, you know, that his rulership. All right. So it says, "Thou that trust upon that broken reed, or that staff, is like a you know, it's likened to a broken reed because it's faulty, you know. So if you put your weight on it, it's gonna snap. All right, you got it. It says, and where is it gonna go? It's gonna stab you in your hand because that's where you're gonna hold it from.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna stab you in your hand, so you're gonna get an injury from it. Just like, you know, ultimately falling for this devil's you know, tactics, you're gonna get hurt, you know, by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You're gonna be judged, you know, for taking the MOTB. All right, that comes with judgment through you know, thermonuclear fire. You know, there's a consequence for putting this devil as your God. All right. Now look at the people that took, you know, Maxine Waters, you know, and all the information that's coming out about it. All right, they not in a good place. The majority of them.
Right.
All right, they got certain issues going on. All right, now that information is coming up. You got it. Read read one more. No. That was it. Yeah, just to show that hey, you put your trust in Pharaoh, you gonna end up getting hurt. Egypt symbolizing the place of your captivity. And these other nations that we were underneath, they never had the best interest for you. All right, yeah. You sought after their love.
Right.
Why trimmest thou thy ways? All right. You pretty much, you played the harlot to get, in good. All right, to make it work. All right, but as we see this place falling apart, all right, hey, you're either gonna come out of her, all right, or you're gonna take part in her destruction. You had something on your eye. I don't know if it was pollen or what. That was pretty much it. You got something?
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him."
You got it?
So, like it pretty much self-explanatory, because people who are friends of the world are enemies of the Most High, because it says that friendship with the world is enmity with Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. So there is no in between. It's either you're with Yahweh Hashem Yahshai or you're with the world. You gotta pick a side. There's no standing off to the side, just dragging your feet. There's no gray area. It's either black or white. Verse 16. "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world." So Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, as we all know, he hates pride. And anything that's about pride, he doesn't have nothing to do with that. Okay, he's all about the meek and the humble.
Yeah, what Solomon say, that he perceived this world to be vexation and vanity. All right, because you could have everything on this side, but what does it truly mean?
Right.
See the Most High is gonna give this place meaning once again.
Yep.
All right, he's gonna put Israel in a place of the highest service. All right, and then therefore, reconstructing or restoring this place back to is restoring life back into the world.
Right.
All right, so now everything's running how it's supposed to be.
Right. Because this whole world is dysfunction.
Yeah, it's out of order.
It's out of order, right? And the reason why I read that earlier, all right, because that was under King Nebuchadnezzar, here in Jeremiah 27, all right. It was under King Nebuchadnezzar as all the kings came. Matter of fact, can you pull that again and read 27?
Jeremiah 27.
Yeah, 27. Read 3 and 3 through 4. All right, just giving more context. All right.
Jeremiah chapter 27, verse 3. It says, "And send them to the king of Edom, and the king of Moab, and the king of," you said Jeremiah 27, 3 there.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. "And the king of the Ammonites, and the king of Tyros, and the king of Zidon, Zidon, by the hands of the messengers which came of Jerusalem unto Zebaniah king of Judea, and command them to say unto their masters, This said Yahweh Bashem Yahshai of hosts, the power of Israel, this shall ye say unto your masters, I have made the earth, the men of the beasts that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed might unto me."
Right? So this is when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua was taking down Israel. All right? This is how all these other nations got above us. And there's no different than today. All these other nations have a foot in the nation of Israel, have a say-so of what Israel does. All right? The true Israel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right? The whole nation has been infiltrated. one way, shape, form, or another. Okay? And being that that has happened, how much farther have we fallen? You see, still following after these ways and believing in this way of this world is going to lead you farther astray. Continuing in the way of this modern day Christianity doctrine is going to lead you farther astray. All right?
You want me to pick
Yeah.
up where he left off?
Yeah, pick up where you left off.
It's down 6. Verse 7. It says, this is Jeremiah 27:7, and all nations shall serve him, and his son and his son's son, until the very time of his land come, and then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. And it shall come to pass that the nation and kingdom which will not serve the same Nebuchadnezzar of the king of Babylon, and that will not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, that nation will I punish, saith Yahweh, with the sword and with the famine and with the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand.
Right, and this was in times past. This is when you were supposed to be subject unto the powers that be for a time period. See, the difference now is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is coming deliverance for the nation of Israel, right? We have to wait to be delivered because now we're in the final stretch. Before then, that was the beginning. In retrospect, you can say that was in the beginning of our sin, or the middle part of us sinning, going off of it as a nation.
And
all right,
this was the first kingdom of our captivity.
right?
You know.
And it was
Of the statue.
right.
All right, of Daniel's vision.
It was to learn subjection. All right, to be in a low state, we have to be subject unto powers over us. All right. Now, throughout these multiple captivities, we've learned our lesson enough that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said, hey, this is the line in the sand. Now you understand. Those of you who have called, those of you who have chosen my elect, you now understand what it is to be under these other nations. You understand what it is to live unlawfully. You understand how to be a judge. So now in this day and this time, I need you to stand up for me. All right? Who will stand for me in the evil day? This is the same thing that this devil, as he did back then, he's coming to do again. That's why it's AKA Sodom and Gomorrah, AKA Babylon the Great, AKA Egypt, Rome 2.0. All right? It is the same system, but it's at its final end. So now that it's ending, what are the requirements? The requirements change from the beginning to the end. All right? And that requirement, Salakia, let me say that a different way, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua changes not. Okay? The requirements that the Israelites were to learn is to go back to the beginning as we were before. Being subject unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's power and being obedient unto him, obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments, and not another. Not following after wayward doctrine, not thinking about any other, any of these false idols. Okay?
Yeah, because if we would have just, did that from the beginning, even though that's not how the Most High had the story written, but if we would have been, following order from the beginning, none of this would have happened.
Right.
He wouldn't have had the reason to.
Exactly.
But that ultimately goes into the lesson, that Israel had to learn to be, once again, become a great nation.
Yep.
I got this real quick. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. And now, that base man, is in rulership over us. But whoever gets that power seat you know, is ordained by the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for a time period. Now, the apostles and elders have brought out information that, you know, each dynasty or kingdom has lasted roughly 250 years, and America is approaching that.
Yep.
You know, this June, right? And that, so hey, it's perfect timing just to shut Bishop Nate up. All right,
1770
Right.
to 2026.
but hey, that's perfect timing. They had that big White House party,
Right.
and then they just released that device.
Yep.
It'll be on perfect timing with a false prophet, just so the Most High could, you know,
Slap 'em
really
around.
instill, you know, instill that in, hey, we know the true prophecies.
God.
All right. Hey, the MOTB can only be. Did y'all see that video that I sent y'all? And it was like this piece somebody had made. I forgot what building it was in, but it's like this ball. And they shredded up like $2 million in it, and it's a glass ball. It's shredded up $2 million, and it has around it, it has all the different types of currency that they use, and it starts with you know, it goes like from the dollar to
You won.
well, it's not different dollars. It's just all in America.
Oh, okay.
So it goes from the dollar, but it goes to the dollar. It has the all CNI, and then it ends on the RFID micro, you know, CHIP.
Yeah. I
So-
didn't see that. I gotta look at that.
So yeah, and it was like it's in, you know, like I don't know if it's like a bank, a certain bank building or a Federal Reserve type
Right.
shit, but it's in one of those buildings, and it just, you know, it shows you the
So it lays
progress
out the
of
plan.
where are they going. Yeah,
Right.
hidden in plain sight. And that's what the brother had titled the video, you know, hidden in plain sight.
God. Gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's a short. So, but
Sound
yeah,
like a movie.
where you know, the Most High set up these powers over us, you know, one captivity to the next, but this being the fourth beast, you know, what happened after that fourth beast? Israel got the power back.
Right.
All right.
Hey, that rock.
Yeah, at the end of, you know, the vision with the statue in Nebuchadnezzar's dream, that stone, you know, representing Yahweh Shai came and smashed the part iron and miry clay.
Yep.
You know.
The rock of our foundation. All right. How about Shimei Shai? Hey, he's the one that's gonna take down these mountains and these hills. All right. It is not of our doing, not of our power. Hey, we're crying unto Yahweh Shimei Shai that we be able to make it. All right.
You gonna get this devil finally for what he been doing on his transgressions?
Right. Because hey, Israel's sins has reached up to the heavens, but the world's sins have reached up into heavens. All right, the atrocities that the world has. All right, because we understand really through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shimei Shai, it is only Israel who can truly sin. All right? But still, you are judged by the law, even if you're not of the nation of Israel. Why? Because it is the standard of essence of life. All right?
What if you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Daniel 2:35. It says, then was the iron and clay, the brass, the silver and gold broken to pieces together and became like a shaft of the summer threshing floor, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth.
Right, and that mountain is what? Hey, Yasharallah. It is Yahweh Shai. Hey, at the top of the mountain, at the very tippy top, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, of that mountain, that foundation, that rock. All right, that the government of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai keep everything in order and be in order themselves.
The rock of our salvation.
Right.
And then so in Revelation, let's say on his vesture, you know, it's going to be his gold vesture that he's wearing is going to say King of Kings,
Lord of Lords.
Lord of Lords, you know, and he shall wear many crowns upon his head.
Yep.
You know, symbolizing taking out the current rulerships that are, you know, that are in power. You know, that was the custom of war. Once taking them out, put their crown upon your head. You know, symbolize that domination.
Hey, there's no. It's like a modern day boxing, like Terrence Crawford and Canelo. All right.
You wear their belts.
You took all the belts and everything because this is a similitude of war, warlike condition in battle. All right. Somebody got conquered. All right. If a heavyweight or welterweight, whatever champion takes a belt, UFC, boxing, martial arts, whatever. All right. Hey, you take the crown. You are now the champion. You now run that particular weight class or whatnot. You're king over it. All right. Now Yahweh Shai is coming to kill all these weight classes. All right. He's going to gather every crown unto himself. All right, and then set up his body to continue to push the law, statutes, and commandments as he seen fit.
And stay winning.
Continue to win. Never losing. All right?
Did you want me to jump back in Jeremiah? Or?
Yeah, he's going to jump in Jeremiah.
Okay.
You got to pray.
11 on Jeremiah 27:11.
I stopped at 9.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. It says, "Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest as with the servant, so with his master as with the maid, so with her mistress as with the buyer, so with the seller as with the lender, so with the borrower as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him."
All right, you got it.
So, Yahweh Shai is going to pretty much just cleanse this place of all business, and because people aren't going to be able to, do what they do. He's taking away those comforts. He's taking away people's ability to work, earn that bag. The usury, lending, borrowing money. He's breaking down the system, piece by piece. In verse 3 it says, "The land shall be utterly..."
You can stop on that. Get back on
Oh, back up. All right, go. Jeremiah 27:9 says, "Therefore hearken not ye to your prophets, nor to your diviners, nor to your dreamers, nor to your enchanters, nor to your scorners or sorcerers, which spoke unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon, for the prophecy a lie unto you, to remove you far from your land, and that I shall drive you out, and ye shall perish."
Right, so now, now in this day and this time, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has it where, hey, you don't hearken unto these diviners. All right, before you didn't have a choice. This was the first captivity, or in retrospect. All right, this was the first from coming, from being completely degenerates. All right, not hearkening unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's word, saying, you know what, I got it all. You just do you. We gonna do us. All right. So now he told you, hey, you have to give everything to them. You will follow everything that they say. And when you don't, guess what? You're still gonna get judged by me. Because I control the left and the right. You see, you are made to be, a servant is made to what? Be subject unto his master. All right? You got it.
Verse 11 says, "But the nations that bring their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him, those will I let remain still in their own land, said Yahweh Shem Shai, and and they shall till it and dwell therein.
See, here it is. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, hey, when you serve him, when you follow the orders and follow the directions of serving him, like I commanded you to do, because you disobeyed me, hey, you got to serve him. This is who I set up over you, this base of man. All right? That's why the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, obey the laws of the land.
Yeah.
All right? You have to obey the laws of the land until.
What's going on?
Shalom. All right? Until Yahweh Shem Yahushua deems it, there is no longer a law of the land that you follow. But until then, you will do as Caesar says, render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. All right?
Yeah, that law of the land, you know, when there's, you know, there's still going to be authority still there, but it'll just be under, you know, Israelite rulership, you know. We're going to become, you know, the living law. You know, it's also how the Lord put the spirit on Esau for vengeance. You know, as and it says in Genesis that anybody that take vengeance on Cain will be, you know, actually I'll just go there and grab it. But he shall avenge them sevenfold.
Right.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, read it.
That's it, right there.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, starting at verse 13. It says, And Cain said unto Yahweh, My punishment is greater than I can bear. 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. 15. And Yahweh said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. So, really, we can't really put hands on Esau because, like you said, we're under his jurisdiction, his law, it's his power. So, we can't really take matters into our own hands.
And what happens if you touch a Edomite? The Lord put a heavy spirit of vengeance upon him. Mm-hmm. He go from pink to bright red.
Right.
You know,
real quick.
He's the bloody man. All right, since he pursued blood, blood shall pursue him. But he put that you touch him, he's coming back. You know, he going all out.
Yeah, look at
to go and get your ass.
Look at your body cam videos. All right.
Yeah, they know that you touch one of the men in blue. Hey, they on your head. They not pulling. They taser out. All right. But that's the spirit that they have in them. You know, they're a bloody and deceitful man. Yep. But you know, he lived by the sword. All right. Well, Cain, he is the sword. His nomen omen is to the weapon. So that and then when going in, I believe it's the next chapter that talks about Lamech, so that he'll avenge them 70 and sevenfold. So even he says I'm a 10x or 11 times more with my forefather did. And you don't think that same mentality, just furthered and progressed? All right? Because the wicked seek to slay the righteous every day. All right, now when the righteous step out of order, everything is designed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but he has the left-hand side fulfill out his orders. So you go and try the king of Babylon, this great or this cruel leader, all right, this cruel one, and see what happens. All right, he hitting ships, you know. He double tapping, you know. He double tapped the ships when he knows that they're surviving.
Right.
All right, he double tapped that.
It's like zombie land.
Yeah. And then, hey, no comment, or you know. I fully support the actions. All right. And, hey, we in the last time, so they really that docile, that lamb. You know, that dragon speaking as a lamb.
Rush. Full Revelations 12 and 12. You got more on that?
No, that was it. So, hey, but really, this devil has authority, you know, to whoop your ass if you touch him. You know?
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, and it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath no short time."
Right, and this is exactly why. This devil knows he has a short time. He's understanding. You see, he knows prophecy. All right? This devil understands prophecy to an extent. All right? The left-hand side even tells him that he will fail, but he's got to keep going.
His delusion comes in when he thinks that he could change it.
Right.
You know, the deceived and the deceiver are his, you know, speaking of the Lord. But, you know, he put it goes back to Romans 9.
Right.
You know, why did he make that vessel, you know, of wrath?
Fit for destruction.
You know, to show his power. You know? So he had to put it in his mind that, hey, you you got it.
Yeah, go just get a Revelations 9. Just read 9.
Yeah.
And
but
really
he put it in this devil's mind, like, yeah, you could beat God, you know.
right.
You could beat God if you
You can
want.
beat him and you can beat him.
Damn.
Right? You can beat him and then you can beat him.
That's a crazy motherfucker.
All right?
That's like whatchamacallit, what's that movie, the last Thor that came out?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly where he beat Zeus and stuff.
But the antagonist, I forgot his name, but when he started out, he in the garden.
Yep.
This is Romans 9, and I was just gonna read
Yeah, you can get
22.
yeah, you can get to the point.
I believe that's it. Yeah, this is Romans 9 and 22. It says, "What if the Most High willing to show," just making sure. Yeah, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of glory on the vessels of mercy which he had afore prepared unto glory. You know, but he's only enduring with this devil so long, you know, to show his glory, all right, to show his power. Because when the Most High show his power in these times, hey, there ain't gonna be no question of a doubt. That's why he got, you know, these devils making, you know, hey, he gave Esau the fatness of the earth, that blessing, for a reason. You know, he gave him the technology, the you know, the capabilities, all right, the resources and tools that he could be the wise man and seaman, you know, to elevate himself.
I was about to start later.
Is so he could elevate himself, so he could get ready for the big showdown. All right, because the Lord got to make, you know, There's no, it's not a coincidence that the word theater, all right, theos, derives from God, all right, and hey, the war that we about to come into, the final climax of it, it's going to be a great showdown.
Right.
Climax of all
The real advertorial.
The deliverance,
story.
hey, the deliverance, hey, greater than before.
Oh, yeah.
So much to where, hey, the story of Moses, is gonna get the back seat.
Yep.
That story of Moses is still getting talked about today.
Yep.
That first
2,000
Exodus.
plus.
Yeah, box office hits, made movies, books, hey, research, hey, whole companies have been developed from searching for the Ark of the Covenant, the ship, all right, the Ark.
Well, they
Turkey. Well, they said they found it in Turkey. That's what they say.
All right, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai allows this devil, hey, enough room to curb his curiosity. All right, to embolden him to think, hey, man, I can do that. Yeah, I did that. All right, as the brother said, he controls the deceive and the deceiver. All right,
just giving them more encouragement to keep going.
all right. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
And then at the same time, he's just plaguing them with nightmares of his kingdom falling.
Right.
Showing him the end, but still putting in his mind that he could outlive it. What's that? Psalms 49. He gave him that mentality.
Hey, allowing his telescope to go in the heavens and try to map the distance of the heavens. Still going.
Yeah, they're looking at
Atlas.
Three-Eye Atlas.
Saying they found 10,000 more planets.
Yeah, they counting down and trying to measure where Three-Eye Atlas going.
It's just circling. It's defying the laws of gravity. It's defying the laws of physics. All right. This thing is what do they call it? An anomaly.
Yeah, anomaly.
All right. That was it on that, right?
Yeah.
Read 12 again.
Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, and it says, therefore rejoice in ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, that he hath but a short time.
All right. Being that he knows his time is running out, how much more things is he going to put into place? How much faster is he going to push his plan up? All right. They give you the date, 2030, 2025. All right. But that's the completion date, not the start date. All right. You see these things being implemented, being pushed. You're seeing the technocracy. All right. All these things lead back to being this man being the devil. All right.
It's Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "At last, for that day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it."
Right. The time of Jacob's trouble, hey, it's approaching. Beginning of sorrows, bug flew him out.
You already got Esau on the manhunt.
Right.
With his
Palatine.
Sorry
well,
about that
no, I'm
one
talking
song.
about,
Talk about that one song, Ice Ice Baby.
yeah,
Yeah. Great song, by the way.
cool in the game.
All right.
I also wanted to put it here in the NLT. Jeremiah 30:7 says, "In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. it will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. Yet in the end, they will still be saved.
Right. Hey, but his people Israel is really who's going to receive this hell. Why? Because that devil's coming down having great wrath.
That's how they understand what they mean by Jacob's trouble. Who's in trouble, and how that trouble's gonna get, how the trouble is coming and how it's gonna get out. It's
Hey,
like a
but
double-edged
terror.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a terror of trouble coming on the house of Israel, and a terror of the house of Israel, the YNs being terrorists.
Right.
You saw what they did out there in Chicago with the damn tanks. How they get a tank?
How they get the buggies?
How they get these things?
How do they know how to use all this weaponry? Right? All this stuff is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hey, allowing them to have whatever they need to an extent.
Point that finger.
All right? To point the finger as well. Here it is. All the laws are changing. And the documentation for your rights is being shredded more and more each and every day. All right?
Just like that.
They're laughing at you just like that. How you? All right? Because you believing that you have it. All right?
Continuing on 8 says, for it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off the neck, and will burst thou bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai their power, and David their king, who I will rise up unto them.
See, and this is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as it said in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 15. All right, cast off thy mortal thoughts. Give Yahweh Bashem Yahushai the things that are most heavy unto you. He's already said that he's assured that Israel has the win. He assured that the elect of the nation of Israel would receive salvation. But at the end of it all, at the end all be all, when 2/3 had come back through the loins, they will be a part of the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, receiving the benefits, receiving the glory and the majesty of being a part of the nation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
That's that Romans 11:26, where he says, the whole house of Israel should be saved.
Right.
That's how the whole house of Israel be saved. You know what I mean? Out of the second Exodus. Just the first, the whole house got saved, but this time the elect will be saved. But it's like the whole house still gets saved.
Right.
Because the 2/3 will come back through the elect.
Right. And that goes once again because there's no discounting Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's blood. All right, that Yahweh Shai shed for the whole nation, but first and foremost for himself, for the elect. All right, he had to first get on the cross for his, to atone for his sins. Then those that were given unto him. And then for the entire nation of Israel. All right, that's why Yahweh Shai said, hey, I pray not for the world, but for those that thou hast given me.
Yeah.
All right, the elect of the nation of Israel first belong to Yahweh Shai. All right, through the will of Yahweh. Then the rest of the nation will come back through the loins of the elect, having the law written in their inward parts, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai destined it to be after the fashion that he wants his nation to be like him in every way, shape, and form. He said, I will give you knowledge and you shall know all things.
It's like not saying in that term, but it's like Dr. Eagle, the meaning. It's Yahweh Shai, and where the meaning is.
Yeah. Many gods.
Right.
How to pray.
Yep, you got it.
This is Isaiah, to back up what the brother was talking about. Isaiah 45, and starting at 16, point and 17. They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them they shall go to confusion together that are makers of idols, and this is the land of confusion.
Yeah.
Here in Babylon the Great, this is the greatest confusion,
It's ever been.
right. and the greatest, one of the greatest lands of idolatry, which they had, past, dynasty kingdoms before, they had idol worship there too. Don't get it twisted. But here's everything under that you could, they made food idols.
Right.
All right. Chuck E. Cheese,
Burger King.
Yeah, and I just watched the Gremlins, and that's just shows you how that's 2/3 of Israel,
Gremlins.
and how far gone and destroyed our nation is, man.
Right.
But
they don't want the bright light.
right, they can't handle the light. The light kills them. Bright light. So yeah, they couldn't handle that. But let them, they got the shades on, they in the bar.
Yeah.
Bear, all that liquor.
Starting a riot.
Yeah.
That was feeding them. It was fueling that demon.
Yeah.
That was on them.
Yeah.
That GMO demon.
Falling into all different diverse types of poisons.
Right.
With the mad scientists. Gremlins too.
It says, but Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Israel, at the end of the day, is going to be saved. All right? Israel.
How about Shem Yahushai's peculiar special treasure? All right? His people, the Israelites, the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? You got to read.
This is the book of Jude. This is the book of Jude, verse 11. It says, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. So woe unto those that have gone in the way of Cain, being deceitful, murderous, vindictive, and chasing after these idols, ways after the world. They rely on this plan for reward.
Yeah, ways of the wicked. Cain was wicked, not as that wicked one.
In verse 12 it says, these are spots in your feasts of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear, clouds there without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots. So people that bring no actual value into the matter. Okay, they follow after wayward doctrines. They follow after, they don't stick to the true doctrine that makes the most sense. Okay, they follow after the ways of the world, and they mix it with the truth, creating even more confusion. Verse 13, raging waves of the sea foaming out of their shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
Right. Hey, those who don't have the knowledge and understanding.
The blind.
All right. Blind leading the blind. You follow after wayward doctrine. You fall into deception. You fall into lies. You fall into destruction. All
Pit.
right. The pit.
The blind leadeth the blind, and both shall go into the pit.
Right.
Jeremiah 30:10. Therefore fear not, O my servant Jacob, said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thou see from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be with rest and quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
Right. Nobody shall make Israel afraid in that day and that time. All right? Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is putting it on us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, starting with our head apostle Tahar. All right? Then Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramlah, the elders and the bishops, all the way down to the newest brother. All right? Standing stiffly and boldly for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. As light as this yoke is, as heavy as it can be. All right? It is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua who gives us the strength to carry. This is not of ourselves. Brothers deal through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the only way we make it is through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right?
It ain't facts no more. Oh, this is the Holy Bible. Sorry, brother. What's up with y'all?
What's going on?
What y'all talking about?
You called it.
Did I?
Hey, the nation of Israel.
You know what I mean?
All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as speckled birds whose father's line goes back.
First natives.
All right. You see yourself on this tribe?
Yeah, my name is Simon.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But here, where am I?
I was about to say, what's your father's line?
This right here. I'm East African. I'm from Eritrea. I'm from where Nip from. East Africa. Northeast Africa. The cradle.
All right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, Israel was dispersed in the all nations. We were scattered.
Right.
You know, you got, you know, you're more than likely an Israelite.
Well, let me ask you
probably-
this. Let me ask our brothers this. The country known as Israel now. What is their main objective?
So, let's say this. Before we say anything else about this particular demographic and those particular people,
Yeah, don't miss words.
right?
Yeah, don't miss words. Don't be incorrect. Because I'm very familiar with the term Zionist. I'm anti-Zionist. I'm anti-Zionist. At least in the term that is used in current context.
Yeah.
The Zionists now, who run media, who run this, the Steins and the Bergs, and those that call themselves, I hate them motherfuckers. They're child traffickers, they're child molesters, they're rapists.
For the sake it's on YouTube, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, this on
for the sake-
YouTube? Oh
For the
shit.
sake of that,
Hey,
you know,
well, edit
this
that
is not-
bit. Don't edit it out then. Shit. Put my face on this bitch. I don't fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
But for
I
the
know
sake,
it.
But
you
for the
know,
sake of our channel.
we can only
Yes.
say certain things
Yeah.
We on the
because
same page. Yeah.
yeah. But
So, go
yeah,
ahead.
we know that.
Yeah.
What is their objective? We know what they do. What is it? What is the reasoning for them to do it? Because why do these folks, so-called those who are, why are they lacking so much empathy? Why are they
Because it's prophecy.
so they believe the same prophecy that others believe in, so they say we need to fulfill it.
They're
So
trying to change it.
they're trying to change it. They're trying to
As
change it.
as they're trying to change it, they fulfill it.
Yes.
Yes. So the scriptures say that the deceived and the deceiver are his. We're actually just talking about this a couple minutes ago. The Lord put a delusion in this man's mind that he's gonna be able to
He's the
prevent
one.
his downfall.
He's yeah.
They truly know who they are, but they have to put this identity as that they're the chosen people
To prevent their downfall.
because they're trying to cut off these people from getting their true power source back, which is the Most High.
Because anytime these people come back into subjection unto the Most High, these people rise to power.
Yeah.
Because we are the children of the Most High.
So it says this in Psalms, the 2nd chapter. It says, "Why do the heathen rage and people imagine a vain thing?" Now, rage goes into conspire.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the physical manifestation of rage. It can
Yeah. So the etymology of that word rage is talking about like conspire, getting with other nations, and they're coordinating with them.
to prevent.
So look, it says the kings of the earth themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, so the anointed being Israel.
Right.
All right.
The true.
All right, the true Israelites.
Right.
Okay, it says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. So that let us cut off that connection that they have with the Most High. All right, so we could stay in power. That's what they're doing right now.
Of course, that's they're trying to extend their reign, and they must do what they have to, what they feel they have to do to extend their reign.
But the
which
Lord
means they have to become worse. They have to become more egregious.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
They have to be more egregious because everybody else is getting hit.
Yeah, everybody's starting to know. Okay, so somebody grab Isaiah the 47th chapter, or is that in Habakkuk where it says it both in there too?
Yep.
Where it says that they them being exposed as shameful spewing. Yeah, but because of this exposure, you know, they you know, yeah, if you want to take a picture of the sign, that's cool. You know, this is on YouTube. If you want the channel, we should.
Hey, bro, I'm super antisocial. I ain't even on the internet. I don't even have no social media. But if you got me on YouTube, get my best fucking face. I ain't even got my earrings on. Shit. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm
Jack, bro. You
Nah.
definitely in Israel. You know.
Yeah.
I got two. I can read 2 through
Just read a verse. Just read a verse.
5.
Read the first verse, come to your mind. And we'll talk about that.
We're gonna keep on topic. Keep direct. So like, you call for
that shameful spewing.
yeah, shameful spewing to water. All right, so let's go here. I'll read. Start at 2 and 1. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 1. It reads, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon thy tower, and I will watch to see that he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, Write this vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. It shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And the reason why I wanted to start there is because exactly like you said, this time had to come. It had to come to this point, so it could
has
start
to come
being,
to fruition.
come to fruition.
Right.
So now it can be revealed.
What
in
is
this day?
All right, hold on. Let me ask you this. What does it mean to tarry? I don't understand that term. To tarry?
Very means to prolong or to procrastinate or wait.
And that's what they are doing. They're tarrying.
So this is speaking about prophecy in general, that you know the end hasn't came yet, but it's about to come.
All right.
You know, that it is taking time for it to happen.
Right.
But at the end, you know, it's going to happen.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Let me ask you this.
I'll
Go
read
ahead,
this while you
please,
think about it.
please.
Okay, this is going to be verse 4, and it reads, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but but the just shall live by faith." It's like by his faith. All right, and in the header of it says the pride of the Chaldeans. All right,
Chaldeans.
Chaldeans.
Yeah.
All right, and that goes to show you. I'll just continue to read. Verse 5. "Yea, ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth upon him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and
Taunting.
A taunting proverb
Yeah.
against him. And
So, speak layman's term. I didn't catch all of that.
Yeah, you gotta break
What
it
is
down.
he
Yeah.
saying?
I was
So-
going. Go ahead.
So just, start back from the top and break it down.
Yeah, I was going to read through 6.
My fault.
So the Lord
Sorry.
was identifying that this man is unrighteous. He's a devil. And Satan really just means adversary. He's the physical
Right.
counterpart
Right.
of.
It doesn't necessarily mean demonic or evil. It's just the opposite.
Well, he's still them, but
Yeah.
he's still them too. He is demonic and evil, but it just means he's contrary to the Most High. The way that the Most High is,
He operates on the opposite of that.
yeah.
Okay.
The scriptures
I'm-
say he flipped the world pretty much upside down.
Which is what we see now.
Yeah, he put the woman over the man. He, having you do,
Yeah.
evil,
Other
wicked
things.
shit.
Yeah. So you can live. So
Yeah.
you can nourish yourself. Let me ask you this. Let me ask this right now. I'm asking all 4 of you individually, and I'm asking you, gentlemen, in terms of your not belief, just in terms of your inner clockwork. How I know what Scripture says, how it's supposed to end, and I'm not a religious person.
Yeah.
I believe in God. I believe in the Most High. I don't believe in some of the dogma of certain religions. Okay, but let me ask you this. Right now, it seems like it's happening the way these books said it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's
because
really,
true.
and it's like, and when you're a logical person or a scientific person or a person of reason, you're like, damn, this book I don't believe said it so many years ago, and yet it's happening as such.
But that's just like in verse 4 when it says, "But the just shall live by faith."
Yes.
By his faith.
Okay,
You know what faith is?
of course.
Okay.
So, my question to you, gentlemen, is obviously we know what the Scripture says. We know what our faith has in our hearts. Is this something? Is this something that we're going to see in? We're all relatively young men. Is this something we're going to see
Yes.
in our lifetime?
Yes.
We're going to see this
Yes.
as it says in the Word.
If the Most High spares life, then we breathe tomorrow.
Because
until the end come,
right.
you'll see it. But
Okay.
it will happen in this lifetime, this
We-
generation.
Okay. So I'm in my
We know
40s.
not the day or time.
Yeah,
I'm-
so speaking as a man,
Uh-huh.
a spiritual timeline, it could very well be. I'll say I couldn't believe this thing going on 5 to 10 years. That's how close.
Right. It's coming to
That's
a
how
head.
close. Like when we go through the scriptures and see the prophetic, things adding up and where we're coming through with what's on the news and everything.
Right.
How far
Right.
this away that thing is from getting released to the public. When
So-
that gets released to the
Right.
public, and
Right.
then you see World War III pop, is right around the corner.
When I'm a 40. I'm gonna be 47 in a couple weeks. I'm a
Alright.
47-year-old man. When I was a young kid, 10 years old, I used to always see on the news, CBS News, NBC, CNN. I used to always see in the news in Israel bombings.
Yeah.
I can't think of the term now, but there was a person of Arabic maybe descent, and he had some kind of detonator, and he hopped into a bus in Jerusalem, and the bus will blow up.
Well, that's
Hold on.
That's
Let
the
me
siege.
make my point. Let me make my point.
Yeah.
And when I was a child, I would see this on the news because my dad and my mom made me watch the news every night. So we watch the news, and in my head I would think, what the hell is going on? What is wrong with these people that as a 10-year-old kid, it's hard for you to imagine that somebody would come in with a jacket,
Yeah.
walk into a bus, and blow the whole bus up with kids. Because you're a kid,
Right.
you're like, so that person has to be wrong. He has to be a maniac. Something's either wrong with him mentally or he's crazy. The older I got, I started to realize what he was doing was this word called sacrifice. or even more to the point of sacrifice, even more to the point of the word sacrifice, was he was progressing the story. When I became older, he didn't sacrifice himself. What he did was progress.
Right, and
He
that's
pushed.
Yeah,
He
you
pushed.
ever
It had to be
seen-
pushed. I'm a righteous man. I'm righteous. I'm a teacher. I have children. I have a wife. But the powers that be, the situation that it is so dangerous. I now have to take on the cloak of an angry or a crazed man, and now I have to hop into the bus, and now I have kids in the bus that are the same age as my children. I'm in theory, I'm supposed to love those children like I love mine, but now I'm murdering them. So sacrifice is the weird art. The English language is really not inept, and so he had to progress the story.
And that was the story that in his mind.
yeah.
In
And
his
what
mind,
he
he's
believed.
saying,
Yeah,
I
but
have to
that's
make
not-
it. These people are so horrible
But that's
that I have to make a statement, and in order for me to make the statement so valid, so widespread, I'm gonna have to sacrifice myself. That I'm the father of my children, but I'm gonna have to sacrifice.
yeah.
You got to know how many of those stories were actually not set up by the same people on the side trying to make those people look evil.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say.
Shut up.
It's
Yeah.
predictive programming.
And he says, and he's telling himself, I'm gonna play the part. I'm gonna play my part.
Or he
And my
took the
part
bag.
is
Yeah.
blowing these.
Have
this
you
bus
ever
up.
have you ever heard of what is that?
Did I say something?
No.
No, I know what I know
have
what
you,
you're talking about.
what is that programming they had? The butterfly
Butterfly effect?
Not the butterfly effect, but
The chain?
the predictive programming. Fuck, it's right there.
Everything with programming.
Yeah, but basically, it's basically what they have done to the generations. And,
Yes.
but it goes back pretty much into predictive programming.
Right. So that man, he understood. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. He doesn't want to do that. The man who blows up. When I was a kid, I thought he was crazed.
Right.
As I aged and I gained more wisdom, he's not crazed. His back is against the wall, and he's saying, either I stay with my children and commence with this fuckery, or I'm gonna have to progress the story.
Yeah.
And the only order for me to progress the story, I have to cloak myself.
So the Lord also puts the spirit on every man to do. He put the spirit on you to come and walk up over here today. He put the spirit on that man to do what he did.
Yeah, I ain't never done this. I ain't never walked up to y'all.
Yeah,
I ain't-
but the Lord put a spirit on you today to come. You seen us and walk over here. You
and,
can't
and
tie,
I totally said.
look. You can't tie your shoe without the Lord putting the spirit on you the night before to tie your
Exactly.
shoe
Yep,
and do the
yep.
things at the same thing. It say that man's going to go to the Lord. So the Lord is controlling this whole thing. We're all really like
Just characters.
like yeah, he
Characters.
characters
You're just
and
playing your part.
and just playing the part.
Like this man is making
So,
sure everything is.
The
is-
progenitor
is
of the
recorded.
so-called Arabic Middle East man,
Right.
their lineage in here goes back to Ishmael. All right, and his name in the scriptures describe him as a wild man. You know, you kind of see that
Wildling.
personified in these characteristics. You know, like they go hard for what they believe in.
Hard.
They are very combative with the people with the small hats because that's their nature. Just as the people with the small hats, their nature is to be that bloody, deceitful man of the Bible. See, everybody's lineage goes back to this, just as Israel
Alright.
is supposed to be, the Israelites
Yes.
are made to be righteous.
Right.
These other nations have a role too.
Here's when it dawned on me. We don't call folks, as you speak of, as Jews. We call them Jewish.
Right.
And if you read the etymology of the word ish,
Yeah.
there's a technical word for the ish. It's
Yeah.
it's you attach it
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
word to say like.
Yeah, bro, you got it.
Yeah.
That's it. We teach that. You know.
All right.
We teach,
So
you got
let me
it, bro.
say this: if you, because it seems like we are on the same page, and it almost seems like we are, how they say, a bird's eye view. We're looking down. Okay. Now, I love Tupac. I listen to Pac. I grew up in the age of Pac. People think he's a myth. He was a real man. Tupac
Oh, yeah.
was a real
Yeah, he
man.
was
Tupac Shakur, son of a Black Panther, born in a prison because his mom was a Panther. His word to me is scripture. I listen to it validly, and when you look at, he had a song called "Staring at the World Through My Rear View."
Yeah, we know that.
And so now let's say we are staring at the world through our rear view.
But it goes back once again. Nobody can do anything without the Most High's sanction.
Yes,
See,
it
so
is
look,
written.
So
look, the prophets of the Lord not looking through the rear view. We have the vision to see what's to come.
Okay, so that's my question. In
And
our
we can
lifetime,
tell
we are young men. Okay, let's say we live to 80 and 90, and we become elders. And not only do we become elders, but in the fact that in our body as elders, we have gained more wisdom and knowledge. You and I and these gentlemen have read more books, right? And lived more life and had experience. What do we see when we look back? Are we seeing the fall of the so-called chosen?
blessed is the man that sees the fall of his enemies. That's what Scripture says.
You make it, you make it there. And the Lord has if you make it to that point, hey, that lets you know that the Lord has.
Read them, I'll listen to
You have favor in the sight of the Lord.
I will listen to it.
You know?
Definitely.
So if you make it to that point, if you see the coming of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, we know his true name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. If you make it to that day
I had
and are
Elton tell me
redeemed,
Yeshua ben Yosef.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
that's a different name. His true name is Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh.
So that's
Shai.
God. Yahweh Shai is
the only begotten Son.
the world
All
called
right.
Jesus. So that's in the Paleo Hebrew.
Okay.
You know, so that's the ancient Hebrew.
So those that are so-called our enemies are going to continue to do things that an enemy would do, because
Right.
that is what. So how when it comes to a head, okay. How does it look in our world? Is it going to be a catastrophic?
Oh, yeah.
Is it
Yes.
cataclysm?
Yes.
Is it? And then finally, because when a child, if I bring my child out here, my child is going to say, "Papa, why is there a man sleeping in front of a restaurant full of food?"
Yeah.
Yet there's a man who appears to not have a home, and he's sleeping, because the child can recognize game.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the child can recognize it, is it as so? Is it going to be the way we recognize technology? Is it going to be aerial crafts and what are they called? What are those called? Drones? And
They're very well could be. Well,
Just say that you should
I
train
was
a child
just
to be
I was not gonna stop until I
It's
saw
like
it.
that was the MK Ultra.
Say
MK
again.
Ultra
Okay.
program.
Oh, what he was talking about?
What I was talking about, Salakia.
oh,
The
MK Ultra,
MK
yes.
Ultra program.
The predictive programming,
Predictive
yes.
programming through
Subtle.
imagery, through shock therapy,
Right.
all these things which they do now, right? And they have done in the past, and they call it entertainment.
Right.
Okay,
Movies,
and movies and so on and so forth.
commercials.
Commercials tell
Tell-
lies
yeah,
to your
tell-
vision,
Tell,
right?
tell,
Television. Tell
Tell
lies
lies
to,
to
to your vision. All right. So what
Hey.
you see is what you perceive,
Hey.
right? The water
Okay.
for looking that up. It was bugging me.
Yeah, I know,
You
because
saw it in there?
yeah, I had to. I knew what it was. I was off a little bit.
MK Ultra.
Alright.
It is something that
CIA program.
CIA program.
1953 to 1970.
right.
So the
So there's
CIA, go ahead.
It's only so programs don't have to last forever for them to fulfill
Right.
their purpose.
It's-
just like the projects. Now it is a system that is in place and it is thriving. It is the Willie Lynch theory,
Right.
The theory of Willie Lynch was a system that was implemented.
Even if it wasn't true, the fact that it was seeded into you to say there was a theory such as Willie
But-
Lynch for you to do this and do that, it may not even be true.
But the theory
right.
already goes to show itself
All
in
right.
play.
So now so it happens.
It's like,
The cataclysm. Tell me what is the story saying that is the wake up call, and then for everybody to be like,
well, this is the
oh,
wake up call.
Yeah, the wake up call is
The prophets
that's
out on the highways
telling
and
you what's
byways.
about to happen, because look, Babylon the Great, which is America, is going to be completely decimated in World War III. Completely decimated by thermonuclear fire. The only way.
And then what? Okay, if let's because me, I like equations. Thermonuclear fire. That means there's certain sects of people that survive, right? Those survivors of yes, because just like cockroaches, like if I do the raid, even raid tell me 99.9,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but 100% on the shores of America.
They're all gonna be fried.
Everybody's
The
gonna.
whole 100%.
Everybody.
Yeah, so when the
Nothing-
Bible talks about the lake of fire, this is that lake of fire. All these other nations are going to shoot off their missiles. Now, whether they do it on purpose, whether the angels of the Lord guide those missiles, and because they're
America is the breeding ground for yeah, of course.
so it has to go.
All right.
It's a
what's-
Yahushua prophesied that it will be much more tolerable in the day of Sodom and Gomorrah than this day, the day to come here. And Sodom and Gomorrah got burnt the hell
evaporated.
up.
All of them.
Yeah, so
All right. So
it'll be more tolerable there
than
than
here. So
The very elements.
so what's Israel has the
Going?
no close the directive. What's the directive?
Yeah. So we can't speak certain things, but
Yeah, the directive. They have a directive.
the
The algorithm.
No,
he's talking about the.
atomic.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have a directive.
He's supposed to.
What's the dude?
Yeah.
Well, you could say the dude, the name that it's a directive. Oh my God, the directive says if the state, if the blue state is in fear of its existence, it initiates the blank directive. What the fuck is that directive? There's a name for it. And what it does is
I don't know the name of it.
yes,
But,
you do.
but
if I say it, you'll be like, oh, I know what
No,
you're
if you
talking
know if you say it, you know what
It's
you're
a
talking
directive that the state has that says we are so in tune with our existence. If our existence is challenged, we are going to have to initiate this directive.
Oh, like a authority.
Not Sodom and Gomorrah.
No, the.
about. Oh,
It's the dude. It's that dude.
I can't
It's
think of the name
biblical.
right now.
Yeah, brothers, come on
I
now.
can't think of the name, the exact name.
Maybe I'm clouding it by calling it a directive.
It's
Something.
yeah. My bad, brother. I can't think of the exact. I know exactly
Look,
what you're
bro,
talking about.
I'm not the
I
type
can't
of dude
think
to
of the,
Google shit in front of people. I don't, but I'm gonna do it right now.
Shit, if we don't know, we
Here
gotta
it
look it
go.
up.
Here it go right here.
That's what,
I'm gonna just call it
it's
Israel. Hold on.
it's
Yes, it's
Yeah.
biblical. It has a biblical. It's
yeah.
Hannibal directive. No.
Null and high laws.
No.
Yeah, it's the Hannibal directive. No, that's not. It's not even that. It ain't that. The Hannibal directive is saying we will kill our own people if we have to protect the core. That's not what I'm talking about.
I don't have no.
Talking about Abraham Accords?
Yeah, no,
No.
no, not the Accords.
That's where they have all the laws.
Samson, the Samson option. It's the Samson option. You know the story of Samson,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So what's the story of Samson?
Where Samson had, you talked about Samson that had his braids.
Yep.
Yep.
And what did he do? What did Samson? What happened? What was the Samson story? He
Basically, the Samson story is that his wife,
Yeah.
cut.
she kept her begging to find out what's the secret to your strength, and then he tried to put it off, and then he finally told her because she got tired of her asking. He said,
Oh, that's why he was saying direct.
And then,
she cut it off.
and then,
He was
He was weak.
He was weak, and then he got apprehended by that inhabitants,
and then his what do they call it? The towers, the pillars
He
fell.
asked the Most High one more time for strength to take them all out, and he did.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's not a directive. It's called the Samson option. Look it up. The Samson option is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It is a directive.
It is a
There,
directive.
it's labeled the Samson option. The
Yeah.
Samson option is do what Samson did, and what did and that means
Take everybody with us.
the whole, literally,
Yeah, it says it. It's
physically the
all
whole
right here.
planet.
Yeah, that's what Russia's assured
If I
destruction.
go down, everybody.
If I go down, yeah, if that's that Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm bringing the whole. So
Yeah,
the Samson option.
Those
That's
small
what it's
hats,
called.
Those small hats is the original gangsters.
The rich,
You know.
rich. So the Samson option.
Well, he'll break it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. It says the Samson option. This is Wikipedia.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is Israel's deterrence strategy of massive retaliation and nuclear weapons as a last resort against a country whose military has invaded or destroyed much of Israel. Commentators have employed the term to refer to situations where non-nuclear, non-Israeli actors have threatened conventional weapon retaliation.
So what they're saying is, you heard like Big Bang take Little Bang.
Yeah.
They're gonna do Big Bang take Little Bang, and even if their Little Bang ain't Big Bang, they gonna act like it's Big Bang. And the reason they're gonna do that is because they have a lot of Western states under their yes. So that Samson option means if I'm going down, I'm gonna go A1.
Russia calls that assured destruction.
Because Russia might be the one that be like, you motherfuckers gotta go down.
They gonna be the ones.
Yeah.
They gonna be the names. They the key players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and there's a lot of Israel. There's a lot of so-called, there's a lot of small hats in Israel, and there's a lot of small hats that run Israel. Not Israel. There's a lot of small hats in Russia, and look.
they're all the same.
Yes.
Their lineage.
There's a thing called what is it called when a parasite latches onto a body, and the parasite latches onto the body and says, body, thank you for being here. I'm going to use you as much as I need to keep myself alive. The parasite most of the times doesn't realize. One second. The parasite doesn't realize as it is the succubus. It cannot realize the more I suck from my host, the more I'm actually killing myself. The parasite doesn't realize that. But there's another theory in science that says the succubus, the person that has the parasite, will only allow the parasite to be so long as I'm able to function. The second that the
Parasite?
the host, so long as the host realizes it's still able to function. Once it crosses the threshold and the host realizes, holy shit, I'm no longer able to function with this parasite, it's gonna now counteract. And then the parasite says, oh crap, it's counteracting.
Right. That's exactly what has happened.
Yes.
This is all happening, and this has happened before. Yeah, as we pulled out earlier, going into treaties and everything that were set up, like you're coming in the midst of camp where we talked about exactly what we talked about, right? So it gives reverence, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, what's exactly going on.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it
He's gonna
happens.
pull out.
It happens the way it's supposed to happen.
This is Ecclesiastes 14:5. It says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods."
You can't.
So he,
Can't.
ultimately.
Even when he does good, it's bad.
So this man's blessing, the Lord blessed this man with the fatness of the earth.
Man,
But he can't even enjoy
He
his
can't.
own blessing right now
He
because
can't.
he's trying to do too much.
he got kids. His kids is beautiful. He can't enjoy it. His wife is a dime. He can't. She looked like an
She don't
8.5
want him no
to
more.
He can't.
She don't even want him no more.
Yeah.
These white women don't want.
Man,
Don't
what's your
want, Brad?
YouTube, bro? What's the YouTube? How
I'll
do
pull
I
it up
get
for
onto
you.
the? What's the name of the
He'll
YouTube?
give it.
He'll give it to you.
Give you the. You got the information to give it to me?
How do I get on your
You got. I'm gonna pull it up and you can just take a picture real quick.
Like me, but he works here.
So it is gonna happen.
Yep.
As it's
As it's written.
as it's written.
This is the next thing that we gotta do. This is the biggest thing right here. Once they mandate this,
It's
right?
RFID.
Yeah, because it's here.
You know, you have states like
It's there.
Illinois.
The tech is there.
Illinois is already saying there's a mandatory ID. It's starting in Illinois. That just passed. So they got a lot of other things.
Damn, why is it so hard to
They got a lot of other things that they get from the process. But this is so.
You got other channels
yeah,
too, so
successfully
yeah,
happened
what's
in
happening.
Sweden, which they had no cases of the jump shot, and everybody was
Where all the
healthy.
kids born.
They were all healthy there
Right.
because of this apparently false miracles.
I've heard on podcasts, bona fide doctors, MDs, that say the reason why we're so gung-ho in America with immunization is because we're not homogenous. Because when you go to Sweden, everybody is white. When you go to Norway, everybody's white. When you go to China, everybody's Chinese.
Well,
So, but in America, we have different.
It's a bowling pot. It's different.
Yeah.
It's because the cattle.
yeah,
That's why they
we're
call it
yeah.
the going.
The going.
Going. What? Yeah. I don't.
All right,
I've
so
heard that
we're-
term. I'm not familiar.
You got
with
it.
exactly.
You got it. You
No,
can
what,
say it.
because I hear racists say going.
Well, that's the small hats. They call everyone
Because
going.
we're
Yeah, the small hats, and I've heard conspiracy theorists that say the goyim actually feed the rest of us.
well, and they're right, because look, the cattle does the work, does it not? The cattle, the ox pulls the plowshare,
And then feeds you.
right, and then feeds you.
And
Right,
then
so
gives you
what do
milk,
we
all that
do
shit.
for these other nations? What do we do for the hires up? We
That's-
work their businesses,
Damn.
we work their dreams, we feed them,
Yeah.
right?
That's why the word employment means slavery.
The etymology of employment
Employment.
means slave.
Yeah, that's you got to go on
You got
Black's
to do
law.
certain things.
That's the Black's law
to attain
definition.
your earnings.
Right.
When you're supposed to get paid the service a day, but they make you wait
A
2
wage.
weeks.
You're
I'm
supposed
outta
to get
here.
your wage the same day that you work.
I'm tempted to see why you got all the in your fingers.
Oh,
if you could, I'm
Oh
tempted.
no, it was just. It was just oh.
It's just the
You
spirit.
want to hear one
You
of
I
them?
wanna hear,
Just
bro.
go ahead.
Hey, tap into the channel though. We got.
Hey, I'm gonna fuck with y'all.
then if you got a question or something,
I'ma
just
fuck with
type
y'all.
it in on there. We'll
Definitely.
we'll
My
make
name
a
is
video.
Simon. I'm
answer
gonna
it.
make bro. I don't have social media. I'm not on Facebook.
That's good.
I don't do none of that shit. But I'm an artist. I'm
Right on.
a thinker, and I do art. And my family's like, man, get on this motherfucking social media and put your shit out there because your shit is tight and let people see. So I'm gonna get on it. But go ahead.
This is Genesis 27 and 41.
Okay.
Where you was asking like you said something that sparked something about that hate that the adversary who the world even call the white man. Why is why is he doing what he's doing, right?
Right.
This
Why
is
is-
why.
okay.
Because he wanted his birthrights back by his brother. It says, I'm gonna start right here. It says, I can start at the blessing when the blessing start at 38. It says, and Esau said, this Genesis 27:30. It said, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And he shall come to pass when thou shalt be, well, thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off his neck.
When he said,
Chain from his neck.
yeah, but think about, you know, slavery,
Slavery.
the yokes of iron.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at those pictures. But how you say you're going to live by the sword, and the sword is how you're going to live. Think about when they say, you know, live by the gun, die by the gun. That's somebody usually doing some shady shit to make a living. That's how this man's, you know, through bloodshed, he gets his power. All right, just like in how Rome got their power, they got it off of making the iron weapons that nobody had before.
And then, but this is where it's at right here. 41 says, and Esau hated Jacob because of his blessing, wherefore his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of my mourning for my father is at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob.
Right, that's perpetual hatred because Jacob and Esau are brothers. Esau is the counterpart of Satan, which today is known as the so-called,
white man.
Yeah, white man. And the so-called lineage of that goes back to those of small hats and so on and so European.
They self-proclaimed white man.
Self-proclaimed white man.
Because they made that up. They made
Y'all
black
laced
and
me,
white.
man. Y'all laced me with game today. That's what's up. I'm out of here.
Take it easy, man. Hey.
This was for
Okay.
Kent. I had this.
You good?
Hey, y'all do your thing, man. I love it.
All right.
We're here every
I'm leaving tomorrow. I ain't even from this motherfucker, man.
You good, bro?
I'm
Just tap
passing
into
through.
the videos
I'ma
on
tap
YouTube,
into
bro.
y'all, yeah, through
If you
the
got questions,
electronics.
ask them, and then we'll answer them, bro.
Yeah.
We got you.
All right.
Don't call
All right,
me
bro.
black no more.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right, Josh, you get that.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15, and it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted.
Right. If you don't bow down to this man system, this technocracy that he's got it set up, his bio weaponry, all right, and conforming to a system, hey, this devil is not going to give you the ability to move forward in his system. All right. You have to bow down, hey, to the technocracy that he's setting up. You have to bow down to the orders that he has in place for you. All right, and this is, hey, through the Spirit, as this we were speaking of in camp. This is where that line in the sand is drawn. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai says, hey, obey the laws of the land, but until this is the point where the laws of the land, hey, are too much. They went exactly too far. Because this devil wants to stake his claim in you. All right? He wants to put that stake in you.
So it's like choose this day who you're gonna serve. You know,
Right.
you're gonna ride with Esau, Edom, right? You're gonna ride with men, or you're gonna ride with the divine power.
I'm trying to mark this territory, brand you, you know, to now you're all mine.
Right.
You're
All mine to
soul.
get rid of.
Shit.
He don't even want you here.
Your
Yeah.
soul is mine.
Right.
Your
Hey,
soul.
Shang Tsung. I can't.
Thank you for the proper pronunciation.
All right, you got it.
Revelation 13 and 16, it says, and he calls all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, that RFID CHIP. All right? Hey, if you take that, that's the end-all be-all for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Being a part of this man's system and taking this very thing right here is going to lead you to your ultimate destruction. You can't take it out. There's no getting from it. You follow after this man and go after this device, and you allow this device right here to be in you, all right? Hey, you are done. Enjoy the lake of fire, all right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, is going to destroy you, okay?
That's something. That's
It's unforgivable.
Yeah, you can't take it and think untake it and be like, oh, I got it, and I'm gonna be good now if I took it out.
Right.
No, you just made a conscious decision that you'd rather serve Satan than serve Yahweh Shem Shai.
And the science behind it, shows that it, you could take it out, but it really isn't removed from it.
Right.
Because it binds,
It binds everything that it is about to it.
Hey, because think about it. If this devil has had the icky vicky to be able to go, if you've been with somebody, all right, that if you've been with somebody who had the icky vicky, you now have the icky vicky.
Yeah,
all right.
Of it.
By food, they were putting it in the food and not even telling you. Don't just take my word for it. Look it up.
Somebody sneezed on it. It's called shedding.
Right.
It is.
So hey, that's why they were talking about that cattle immunity. All right.
No, which is sick. That's why no flesh shall be saved. Man.
Right.
So the Lord didn't shorten the days. No flesh would be saved.
So that's exactly why Yahweh Shem Shai is going to burn the impurities from this land. All right. It all starts with the epicenter of wickedness.
This man is truly the wicked. He's the border of wickedness, man.
There's nothing else really to be said about this devil. The time is now that is being shown. It's for you to adhere to. This thing is not going to get better until it gets all the way worse. It has to go and fall. This system has to be completely done with. It has to be uprooted, destroyed, burned, cleansed.
Right.
It's going to be burned and flooded with thermonuclear fire. That's a flood of fire. It's not just going to be, then it's going to simmer out the next day. All right? Yahweh Shem Shai is going to cleanse the earth. Yes, it will be inhabitable, a desert wasteland. All right? But for desert creatures. But nevertheless, it will be clean for the unclean. All right? Hey, as a memorial to everyone and all.
They're gonna remember that.
All right? It is a memorial. That's what happens when the world is out of chaos and disorder.
It's two things. It's the great deliverance and the great destruction.
Yeah.
It'll be talked about for forever, ever.
Right, and all these other nations will have an example that they can. Hey, that's an example right there when Israel went off. When they didn't remember who they were, they're going to know and understand the story. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Shai is going to have his nation teach it.
Exactly.
All right? Because of the fear that Yahweh Shem Shai not only wants in his people, but in everyone.
Yeah.
All right?
Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, he says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the covenant, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right, whether it be the Neuralink, Neuralweb, Walmart, digital Blackstone, digital ID, or digital tattoo. All right, all this is implementing for this man's system, no matter what brand it is. It is all for his system to be pushed forward. So you don't have the ability to live outside his system. Tracking, keeping you in a box.
Like a fucking hamster.
Yeah, the final stage, this man's, is to put which this device is like the muzzle.
Yeah.
On the beast.
Right? This is what do you put in the horse's mouth? All right.
Like a dog muzzle.
Yeah, like muzzle, stern, where you change it, bridle. Or horse's bridle's up here.
No, bridle,
Stern.
not the muzzle though.
Right.
The
the
dog
muzzle.
has a muzzle.
Right? But as Yahweh Shem Shai said in the scriptures, hey, to turn wherever he wished. All right? This devil wants to control you on the left-hand side.
What we talked about.
Yeah. But Yahweh Shem Shai wants to control all in righteousness.
Right.
All right? Not in chaos and disorder.
Yeah, it's a carnal device this man's putting out.
Right.
That there shows that the Spirit of the Lord,
It's not in
is
it.
more powerful than that.
All right. Nobody got anything else? All right. Hey, with that, Lord willing, it was an edifying camp. We're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, to all the occupants out there teaching, preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Bible Shabbat, the house of David. Next time, men of valor saying,
Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.
Shalom.